From Tama and Daniel. Thompson leads row 2 from Danish and Gonzalez. Row 3's Karpushin, Mitani and Mounsey. Row 4, Ramastor, Tinez, Morelli. Then we have Fernandez, Agostinelli and Pugliese, who managed to finish on the podium yesterday from the back of the grid after his penalty for race 1.
Injury, Gabriel Vassini had a dislocated shoulder, but of course, we hope to see them back in action reasonably soon. It certainly could have been worse.
Yeah, otherwise all okay. That would be, well, we did hear all about the protective gear that they do wear in the pre-show. So here we go, Peter, down towards San Donato. Riders got to be careful of the white lines and curves. We would have been told that by our rider coaches. Daniel about to it, but the hillsides just rammed full of people and tents. They were in the baking sun yesterday, far more pleasant temperatures today, and they are about to witness the next stars of MotoGP here in Rookies Cup.
Now, Hakim Danish and Brian Uriarte, they know, what a mess it is if they end up with another sort of multi-17, 18 rider battle into the last lap, and I'm sure they are going to try and make a split for it. Not easy at all, but as we saw yesterday, the race pace wasn't as quick as qualifying, so in theory, some of them at least can go quicker. Let's see. We're ready for the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup Race 2 here at Mugello. The lights are out.
We just passed the point of the circuit yesterday where Karpushin's race came undone. Yaroslav, the number 17, he's up into 13th on this one. He's actually nerfed wide by Marco Morelli yesterday. That's why Morelli, the Argentinian, got his long lap penalty, but all cleanly through today. Look at the number 7, Beñat Fernandez, going around the outside at the final corner. He's up from 13th on the grid, already up into the podium positions.
And Beñat Fernandez, of course, he's already had a win in race 2 at Le Mans, so we know he has pace, but he's been a bit disappointing the last couple of races, obviously trying to put that right. Made it for time at the 50. It is Brian Uriarte with the advantage.
Well then, through the chicanes they come. It is the 51 from the 7. You've also got Singapong back there, the number 85. He's up from 20th on the grid, Peter. Goodness gracious me.
Well, as I think, it looks so far. And there's the 7. What a great move from Beñat Fernandez. Goes past Uriarte and into the lead. Absolutely wonderful move going into the climbing right-handers of Arabiata 1 and 2.
Now, in first and third place now in this race, you've got the 2 winners from the World. What happened here? This was the move from Beñat Fernandez. Yep, there you go. Just hung it out wide, extra throttle and
80 kilometres an hour, 112 miles an hour there as that move uphill. The 51 of Brian Uriarte.
Winner so far this season.
And the 34 of Zen Mitani's in second place, the Japanese, 18-year-old Japanese. And he had a fine run yesterday. He was quite close to the front, actually ended up in 8th place, but now looking really strong there in second place. The 85 of Mike Yu. It is his nickname.
Between 2 other riders, proper sandwich job that was. Gets pushed back to 7th place, so in the lead we now have Uriarte from Danish. It's as you were with us championship leaders.
Right, and Mitani went from 2nd back to 9th.
Wow, there you go. That's what can happen. That is why it's messy. But as we saw yesterday, when it gets to crunch time, the key is to just go for it.
Yeah, Beñat Fernandez is going for it up the inside there. The number 7, you're looking back at the number 7, Beñat Fernandez. If you're on board with Uriarte, on board with Uriarte.
He can start to try and make it. What has he got in his pocket? He's got Hakim Danish just ahead of him on the track, the Malaysian, our series leader by 23 points.
4 abreast, and it's Brian Uriarte who has the advantage.
Oh, Sullivan Mounsey getting a bit, he's sacrificing a lot of his drive there as he was going up the inside. I didn't really think he had too much room to go.
Right, so Brian Uriarte again with the advantage, but he's already giving the slipstream to the number 7 of Beñat Fernandez.
And Mike Yu,
right, but side by side, he's already lost it. I think he could end up. Let's see how he ends up into the first corner. It's Brian Uriarte on 51, but the end, then Zen Mitani.
Getting squeezed, dearie me. It was very, very close in there, wasn't it? So Uriarte from Mitani then, and you've got Mounsey still managed to slot 3rd, so well defended, Sully. Great job, almost led over the line, but he still maintains that 3rd position now.
Yeah, and he's not happy to sit there. He's having a look as up the inside of Zen can't do it there. Brian Uriarte still has the advantage over the Japanese, then the Brit.
Oh, I think it was Mitani who went over the curbs last time around, because he's quite comfortable with it moving around underneath him, although that was race winner Veda Patama. This is what happened all into turn 1. Look at it, just get a bit. I mean, it was Patama who just dove up the inside of everybody.
That's tight, isn't it?
That is very tight. He still managed to get it turned. I think he used Christian Daniel as a bit of a berm. Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
It's
hit his elbow.
Just a bit of rubber on leg, rubber on leg, wow. Definitely there.
Yeah, this leads into the final turn. He takes his sweeping line across the front. chaos, isn't it, Peter?
It is. So no fastest lap there for the first time, I think, actually, as we go through lap 7. I think I've been seeing red helmets up there pretty much every lap until now.
And I think it says something that Lennox Famaro with a 2:01.9 was the fastest rider on track last time around. Morelli, despite being clearly having a lot of pace, down into 20th again, got bullied again, and someone's gone off in the background at Arrabbiata 1, Peter. That's a big shame for whoever that was, because that will surely ruin their race. We'll see who plummets down the timing screens from that one. But yeah, a rider lurking. That's where he started on the grid. He would dearly love to come away with a win. He feels so good this weekend, as we saw in the pre-show yesterday. But the problem is 16 other odd riders trying to do exactly the same thing.
And as we discussed yesterday, nobody, showing any kind of advantage. They're still not lapping quite as quick as they did in qualifying. So
that's me. Well, that was
he must have got into the wrong gear or something coming into that left.
Inez in 3rd place now, the Venezuelan. I was going to pick him up and say that's a great ride from him. Plonk up into 9th as well. Good stuff we've seen for both of them.
And as I said, Carlos Lovato, the Venezuelan X250 world champion, is here supporting Tinez. Tinez up into 2nd place now.
The rider that really lost out last time around was Carter Thompson, who's, I think he's hit somebody or had a problem because he's entered the pits now, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a disaster. We have so few technical issues with these motorcycles. The Rookies Cup technical crew and the KTM guys just keep these things rolling absolutely superbly. Be very unlucky if Carter actually has got a technical problem there. But the 70, it is of Christian Daniel Jr., the American.
Was it Indonesia?
Danish. It's a photo finish for sure.
Was it Indonesia? Was it Malaysia? It says it's Pratama, but we don't know.
0.011.
But what we do know is Beñat Fernandez was 3rd.
And Ariato 5th, Morelli 4th. Dear, dear, dear. Mounsey 10th. He doesn't deserve 10th, does he?
No,
he rode absolutely so. But mind you, so did the rest of them.
Oh, wow.
All of them.
What a race, Peter.
Tinez 12th. He should have been better. Mitani 13th.
Morelli 4th.
Goodness.
That was a cracking ride in the end there. Well done, Marco.
Well, so does Veda Pratama pick up a double there?
It looks to be like he does. I mean, it says it was a 100th of a second at the line, but to the naked eye, we couldn't see in that little flash.
No, it's going to be a photo finish, but it's not often that
race results confirmed, Peter.
Yeah,
Pratama's got it.
A double.
Wow, the double for Indonesia, eh? Just like buses, you wait around long enough. Since 2007 for one to come along, and then 2 come along at once.
And Hacken couldn't have done any more, did he? What a brilliant overtaking move round the outside into the final left.
Yeah, and with Uriarte in 5th, I mean, how crucial was that for the championship for Danish as well? They look across to see what happened and who won.
Yeah, I mean, yes, just absolutely superb. And
thank goodness we didn't have it was fierce. There was some sweeping. Yeah. There was no ridiculousness at the line.
No, I mean, I kept my mouth shut after yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Veda Pratama, catch our breath. Right, he was the first Indonesian winner, and he's now made that a double. So they move up through the rankings actually of Cup winners. Join Malaysia on 2 victories, and I think that's joint 18th when you look at the cup score. I'll check that later. Well,
I tell you what, if you're Hakim Danish, I think you've got to be a bit happy with that. To a certain degree, you're going to be disappointed, obviously, but overall, when you come away from this weekend to once again get another 2nd place, you've already got your win. I know he always wants to win, but extending. So what happened?
Takes the lead, and there Veda has the advantage. It's on his tail already, picking up the slipstream very early on, and a slight weave, that's okay, or 1 weave is okay, and he just pulls alongside, and... It looks. I mean,
wow! Yeah, there you go.
But only just on the line.
Oh, brilliant! Look at that then.
And the number 7 is right there as well, isn't he? Just a couple of bike lengths lead.
Oh, that's just great, isn't it? What a finish!
Look at it!
Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. Hey, and car pushing there in the back of that shot. Absolute cracker as well. Wow. What a superstar Veda Pratama is, eh?
Yeah.
Gosh, he's done it again like that. I mean, the thing is, there's like, how many riders were at the line there? So 18 riders were in that leading group. To outfox them all is so impressive, isn't it? Yeah. There's always chance down to it, some degree of luck and things like that, but when he's done it twice in a row, how much was it luck and how much was it craft? Yeah, and I think Hacken will be, reasonably happy with that. Okay, he didn't win it, but he was frustrated with things yesterday. He said he felt good on the bike and he just didn't work it out right. He got bumped at the last corner there. He tried to make up ground and he got bumped and pushed wide. Didn't work out for him. It certainly made a difference today.
Beñat Fernandez. You know, as I said, he's sort of, you know, he started the year so superbly. Did the number 7 with a 6th and a 5th and a 5th. A win in race 2 at Le Mans. Then he had a crash in race 1 at Aragon, and race 2 he was only 10th, only 10th yesterday, but he's certainly back with it now.
So many riders will be so gutted with their result, given how close they were to doing really great things.
Sully, I mean, as I say, you know, he's just one of them.
And to be honest, also Christian Daniel as well, another 9th for him. He'll be really missed with that, I think. But, you know...
Yeah, and you look at Leo Ramersdorf, a superb 4th yesterday, led the race yesterday, and ran in 11th.
Beñat Fernandez in 3rd position. He's down with Dominica.
Beñat Fernandez, congratulations. You pushed so hard and you managed to get a podium, so congratulations. Tell us how you feel.
Well, the race was chaotic. Also, there was some moments on the first turn that there was contact. And yeah, it was a difficult race, but finally I was always trying to get into the slipstream of someone and not going along, because yesterday I came into the last lap 4th. So then on the end of the straight they overtake me, and yeah, I finally managed to try to be on the front of the race.
Wait, Donny.
Hakim, what an incredible race, really difficult, but you managed to be here, so talk us through it.
Yes, I am very happy to be back on the podium. Yesterday wrong strategy, and today better. And in the race I enjoy a lot of overtaking in the straight, because it's very long straight, and I managed very well, and then very little to get the victory. Anyway, try to keep consistent, and we try to keep keep pushing in the next round. Thank you. And I would like to say thank you to everybody and my sponsor, Rebel Lucas Cut staff and all. Okay, ready for mission, okay? I really say to you.
Thank you so much.
Where you would be hot one weekend and not so the next weekend. He's there all the time now, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
Malaysia and Indonesia have brand new superstars, don't they? You know, in both of them, they are going to be front runners in Moto 3. You can see him going up towards Moto 2. It's absolutely cracking. But right now, Veda has just won his 2nd Rookies Cup race. He's down with Dominica.
Veda, what an incredible race and performance. Tell us how happy are you at the moment?
Yes, thank you very much. Alhamdulillah. Thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And yeah, I'm very happy, because I can double winner this week. It's a perfect weekend for me, because yeah, I don't know, I cannot say more, just I'm really happy. And yesterday was so good, the race, and today also good. I'm really happy, and I just cut my mustache. It's more aero.
You had a bet, and when you win, you will shave your mustache.
Yesterday, and I shaved my mustache, and now
looks good, so congratulations.
thank you. And I want to say thanks to my team, Astronaut Racing team, thanks to all my sponsors, thanks to my family, my father, my mother, my sister, my friend, and thanks to Pak Agung, thanks to Guillermo, thanks to Pak Anggono, all, and also especially all sponsor and especially Indonesian fans. Thank you so much for thank you for support me always. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you so much.
Yeah, they really got a big superstar there. And what was the secret to his success? Apparently shaving his fluffy top lip.
Yeah, well, there you go. So I guess he's going to be clean shaven for the rest of the year then, at least.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but look at this.
Lucky for him, he can actually grow some facial hair. I can't yet. So. Yeah, what a race that was. What more is there to say? I mean, this is what Rookies Cup is all about, isn't it? You know, riders from all over the world getting this kind of opportunity on the big Grand Prix stage. And it's Indonesia that's come out on top this time around. Malaysia 2nd, you know, I mean, yeah.
Really, that's right.
Really
you look down at Indonesia, Malaysia, Spain, Argentina, Spain, Kyrgyzstan, Spain, Indonesia, United States, Great Britain, Austria, Japan.
So then, here we go. These are the results from the race then. Pratama, Dinesh, Fernandez. Then it was Morelli, Iriarte and Karpushin. David Gonzalez, Chandra Ramadipa, the other Indonesian rider. I mean, 7/10 off the win. That's extremely impressive as well. Christian Daniel down there in 9th position. Then in 10th, you did have Dinesh out front, 32 points now the gap, so an extended lead over Uriarte. Veda Pratama back in to 3rd position, 56 points adrift, quite far that now, but never say never. Beñat Fernandez fourth.
Hopefully Guido Pini give the trophies today, but that is the third place man, Beñat Fernandez, a 17-year-old Spaniard. Hakim Danish, our points leader and second place getter today, the 17-year-old Malaysian. And here we have our double winner, absolutely brilliant, Veda Pertama, the 16-year-old Indonesian, and there is Guido Pini. He was a Rookies Cup rider 2023-2024. He's now currently in Moto3. He lives just up the road in Scarperia, and when you go through there on the way to the track, there's all these Guido Pini banners everywhere. Absolutely wonderful to see.
It doesn't get more local than that, does it? The actual Scarperia, you know, it's one of those ones where if you have too big a crash at Arrabbiati, you might end up in his back garden.
That's right, but it's a lovely little village, a very old town there with some little sort of castle in the middle of it. Wonderful little cafes, absolutely brilliant.
Now for the second time, the Indonesian national anthem, everybody.
So that's it. Two wonderful races here at Mugello. We'll reconvene in 3 weeks' time for races 9 and 10 of the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup for 2025. That's at the Saxon Ring. We've not been there for the last two seasons. And myself, Peter Clifford.